Hey everybody, it's Miss Harry, and today I'm going to teach you a short lesson on verbs that add S. Before we get started, though, I want you guys to stop and think about what is a verb. Okay, a verb is a word that shows action. All right, action means it's something that you do, like movement. Your body's moving. We're going to name some verbs. So now I want you guys to stop and think of some verbs. What are verbs? What are some verbs that you know? I'm giving you some think time. Okay, so one verb that I know is run. Run is a verb. All right, another verb is walk, jump, play, sleep, cry. What about yell? There's some more verbs. Eat. We have the word drive, roll, and let's think of one more. One more verb that we know is talk. Talk is a good verb. So verbs are things that we do. Verbs show action. So run, walk, jump, play, sleep, cry, yell, eat, drive, roll, and talk are all verbs. So now we're going to talk about when to add S to a verb. We add S to a verb to show what one person, animal, or thing does. Remember, another word for one means singular. So you're going to add S to a verb when the noun before it is singular. Or just think of it about like this. We add S to a verb to show what one person, one animal, or what one thing does. And I've made some slides with some examples. So here's our first example. Read this sentence for me. The dog runs. We add S to the verb run because it's one dog, and when one dog runs, we have to add S, because if we did not have the S, it would say the dog run. The dog run. It could say one. We could change that too. One dog run. Well, that doesn't make any sense. The grammar rule for verbs is if you have one noun, you add an S to the verb. So we could say one dog runs, or the dog runs. Let's look at another example. Okay, looking at the picture, use a picture clue. What does this sentence say? It says the baby sleeps. We have one noun. Our verb is sleep, so we have to add an S to it because there's one noun. The baby sleeps. If we had the baby sleep, that wouldn't make sense, because the rule says when you have one noun, you add an S to the verb. The baby sleeps. And our last example is what? Read that sentence. The ball rolls. There's one noun. You add an S to the verb to show what one noun does. When you take the S away, the ball roll, that doesn't follow the rule. The rule is you add S to a verb to show what one noun does. The ball rolls. So now we're going to practice together. I have some sentences, and if you look to the side of each sentence, I have the verb we're going to use. So let's look at number 1. Pam blank a book. Read. Read is our verb. So we're going to add an S to that verb and say Pam reads a book. Pam reads a book. Sentence number 2, Ned blank a cake. Our verb is bake because that's what you do to a cake. So let's add an S to our verb. Ned bakes a cake. Does that sound right? Let's try it without the S. Ned bake a cake? No, Ned is one noun. He's one person, one boy. Ned bakes a cake. Add S to the verb. Okay. Sentence number 3 says Chloe, and my verb is ride. Chloe ride a bike. There's only one noun. So we have to add S to our verb. So we would say that Chloe rides a bike. And then number 4, Jim, and our verb is take a bath. Jim take a bath? No, add S to that verb. Jim takes a bath. So let's reread our sentences. Starting with number 1, Pam reads a book. Number 2, Ned bakes a cake. Number 3, Chloe rides a bike. And number 4, Jim takes a bath. And if you look at each of our verbs, we added S to show what the singular or the one noun does. Pam is one girl and she reads a book. Ned is one boy and he bakes a cake. Chloe is one girl and she rides a bike. Jim is one boy and he takes a bath. All right, guys, that's it. And I hope you learned a lot from this lesson. You've got some schools PLP activities on verbs that add S. And I will see you guys soon.